train full of children forms on the tracks. A driverless van is coming towards them. The children are still playing in the compartment. Danger is imminent. The driver was aware of the situation, but the two cars were about to cross at that moment. Fortunately, the train changed track just in time. The children on board were still looking curiously, and the opposite train was full of dangerous goods. But the cab was empty. The driver was chasing the runaway train. Yeah, he slipped out a few minutes ago when the car and truck reached the same speed. The co-pilot reaches for the rail of the train, trying to get on the train, but the distance is still close. Accelerate again. Finally got the railing. Suddenly, the car split and they had to find another way. Time was running out, and another loaded truck was on the same line, leaving him only 10 kilometers away from the runaway train. If nothing is done, the two cars will collide head-on. The railroad authority got involved, and they wanted to stop it before too much damage was done. The driverless train was still accelerating, reaching 120 kilometers per hour. When it came to the next junction, a blue locomotive pulled ahead of it, driven by a driver with 300 years of experience, who had to stop the runaway train in front. At the same time, officials sent a nimble policeman aboard a helicopter to try to enter the train from the air. The blue front starts to slow down and close the gap with the train behind it. The driver keeps his eyes on the speedometer and tries to keep pace with the train behind him. After the two cars hit, the front of the train began to brake, but the train is full of tens of thousands of tons of freight. The front of the brake force is not enough to stop it, and every impact makes the front of the left and right. At any time, the risk of derailment. The police immediately went into action. The helicopter gradually lowered its altitude, and the officer climbed onto the roof of the train. But a violent impact sent him flying, slamming into the car behind him, leaving him uncertain as the helicopter pulled him out. In an emergency, the control room had to change track, trying to get the train off the main line and onto the alternate track. However, the speed and the weight of the train pushed the cars in front of them out at a junction. The front of the car caught fire and the driver died on the spot. The train is still moving at high speed on the main track. As they approached the truck in front of them, the flames of the explosion could be seen in the distance, and the control room told the truck drivers that their only chance was to pull into the repair depot ahead, as it was too late to brake. They began to speed up as they drew closer. The two men were in danger of getting to the repair station before the runaway train, so they decided to take the risk.